Today we are going to Grandma's to play hockey and try out the new additions that they put on the ramp to get me into the house.
Keisha going down the driveway. Going up the driveway. She approaches the ramp. Oh, she falls out. I am commentating. So this is the ramp that Keisha built for herself. It's got some grippies on it. That's a recent addition. We're testing them out right now. It's her first time on it with the grippies, and it worked fine. And there's these little rollers on it so that we can put it away and roll it into the garage on its side rather than carrying it.
And here's just another video from a different angle going up and going into the house.
And then we got this last little one to get over the lip on the door.
There's one on the inside too. Oh, she's taking the.
It's going with you.
Oh, she's taking the wood with her. What should I do?
Go straight. There we go.
So okay.
Yep. Keep going, keep going. And you're in. Okay, Keisha. What are you doing right now?
Playing goalie. Oh my Lanta.
You got this.
We laid the goalie pads horizontally across my legs to protect them from when the boys shot at me, and because I have less feeling in them, so I wouldn't be able to tell if something were actually to get hurt.
Well, you want me to put some heat on her, right?
Yeah. Because my hands don't work properly, my hands are kind of just sitting inside of the gloves, so sometimes when the balls hit it too hard, as you can see, they fall off, and so I just need help putting them back on. I'm thinking of maybe taping them, or we're trying to figure something out, but for now, this works.
That one was Jerry's one like a long time ago.
I am!
The wind took that one.
What about that one?
Burgers are gonna be done short, like.
8 feet out. Your slap shot is not as dialed. Oh! Robbery!
Although I can't play the game like an able-bodied person, we found ways of adapting and making the game fun for everybody.
Oh!
And thanks to video editing, I look like I'm ready to play in the NHL. But of course, I have to show me getting scored on a couple times, even though it didn't happen that much.
Oh, yeah! What'd I tell ya?
Oh,
Yeah, 1 out of 2.
you're nasty.
I know.
Exacto.
Ripping slap shots from 8 feet out. Your slap shot is not as dialed.
And here's a clip of me taking off everything in a very fancy way. And a close-up of the pads.
How'd you do?
I could have done better, but...
You made some big saves, though.
Oh, I'm sweating.
That's nice.
And the thing around my neck is something my boyfriend made me wear so that I didn't get hurt. So basically, with the right help, support, you can do anything. After a long day of hockey, we went out for dinner. This parking lot was not set up for my wheelchair and my needs specifically, as where the curb dips down onto the road, it is in front of the 2 parking spots. So as soon as somebody parks there, you wouldn't be able to get to the curb. And there was even 2, as you can see in this picture. So now that I've parked there, I've blocked half of it. And as soon as somebody else parks there, they're blocking the other half. The entrance to this restaurant was not very accessible at all. They had one door open, and beside the door, there was a bunch of chairs. So it was hard to maneuver my wheelchair out of there. We forgot to record it, but once you got inside, they did have a variety of short tables, high tables, and booths. And for me, I prefer the short tables. The booths I don't like because you kind of feel away from your family or friends or whoever you're with, and you're kind of just on the outskirts. So the short tables were really good for me in my wheelchair. The elevators and the buttons outside of the elevators, as well as inside, were pretty standard and at perfect height for being in a wheelchair. One really cool thing about this restaurant is they had a mechanism, which I had never seen before today, to open the doors. Instead of the button, they just had a little device there where you just wave your hand and it opens the door. So that's really cool for people who aren't able to press the buttons. So I thought that was a really cool invention. My opinion, and to increase inclusiveness, I think having that wave little device would be easier than the button.
So luckily, nobody parked beside us. It's easy to get out.
The moral of the story, as a wheelchair user, for this restaurant or whatever, go out late at night before they close.